Today on our 2012 Honda CR-V, we're going to be installing the Kurt hitch, part number 11555. This is what our hitch will look like once it's installed. Here are a couple measurements to assist you with selecting accessories for your new hitch. From the center of the hitch pin hole to the outermost edge of the bumper is 6 inches. From the top of the receiver tube to the ground is 11.5 inches. This will assist you with selecting accessories such as a bike rack or a cargo carrier. Now let's go ahead with the installation. Before we can install the hitch, we'll first need to remove the underbody trim panel. There are multiple fasteners that'll have to be removed. Next, we're going to lower the exhaust. To do this, we'll remove the 2 rubber isolators at the rear of the muffler. To remove their isolators, first we'll spray each one with some spray lubricant. Then you can take your pry bar, pliers, or exhaust hanger removal tool to remove the isolators. Quick tech tip to give yourself additional working room, so you can remove the isolator at the exhaust pipe also. And if that doesn't give you enough working room, you can also remove the 2 spring bolts that hold the muffler in place. Now with the muffler out of the way, you can see it'll give us complete access to the frame and our attachment point, which will be this hole here. Next, we'll need to enlarge that hole so that we can fit the 1 inch by 2.5 inch spacer into the frame. I'm simply going to drill a hole on both sides, just large enough so that we can get our block in place. First, I'm going to use a small bit to make a pilot hole. Each process we do here on the passenger side will get repeated identically on the driver's side as far as installing the hardware and the hitch. Alright, now with the holes drilled out, you can see we can fit our block up into the frame. Next, we need to go ahead and put our hardware into the frame. To do this, we'll be using the pull wire provided with our install kit, and we're going to be using the reverse pull method where we put the block onto the pull wire and then go ahead and thread on our bolt. We'll feed the bolt up into the frame and then our block. Pull them both back into position through the access hole we just used to put our hardware into the frame. Now I'll go ahead and remove my bolt leader and repeat the same process on the driver's side. Next, we need to mark and cut out a hole in the underbody trim panel. From the cutout from the tow hook, we're going to measure over 13.5 inches. Should be right at the rib of one of the appearance panels. Next, we'll measure up 4 inches to mark our front corner. The total depth will be 3 inches. Now we can measure over 3 inches to get our width. Now we can go ahead and connect the dots and cut it out. You can use a rotary tool, or in this case, a sharp utility knife should get through the panel. Next, we'll go ahead and cut out the insulation on the underbody trim panel. Now we can go ahead and reinstall the underbody trim panel. Now with our appearance panel up and several fasteners securing position, we can go ahead and put our hitch in place. We'll use our 7/16 flange nuts to secure the hitch to the frame first. Be careful not to push your hardware back up into the frame while you install your flange nut. We'll loosely install these as we'll have a third attachment point at the tow hook. We'll start by putting one of the spacers on our carriage bolt. We're then going to install 2 spacers between the tow hook and the hitch bracket and securing it with a 1/2 inch flange nut. Now we can go ahead and tighten our hardware down. Now with all our fasteners tightened down, we can go ahead and torque the specifications as indicated in the instructions. Now with all our fasteners torqued to specification, we can go ahead and finish reinstalling the underbody trim panel. Now with the underbody trim panel completely installed, we go ahead and reinstall the exhaust. Now with everything installed, that'll complete the installation of our Kurt hitch, part number 11555 on our 2012 Honda CR-V.